Actually, I kind of want to play on the Astro Clock Tower because I don't get to do that on my own console.
Hello.
Oh.
Need to go mute the stream now. Alright.
Battle 1. Fight!
Haha. Yeah, I actually got it now. It's Parsec, you can't use that on me now, asshole.
I can't use what on you? Oh, 1A?
1A. Forgot where we are. Fuck. No. Oh.
Oh.
Wow, I couldn't stop that.
Oh no.
I
hate that fucking 3K or whatever the hell that is.
Which one? 6K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking tech crouch through things that go through your body.
It's unsafe. Ooh, okay, I was gonna say.
How unsafe is 6K?
14 or 12? Somebody in chat, please remind me. Pretty sure it's 12. It's just that the pushback makes it especially difficult to deal with.
Gotcha.
I don't believe you.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit! I can't believe you mashed after that.
Why?
'Cause I thought you were gonna try and GI.
Right. No, I would only GI if it was on hit. Otherwise, if I'm gonna block it.
Yeah, you don't need to respect it. That's right.
If only I had a better soul charge. I mean, any soul charge can look good if, like, you're just never wrong about anything.
Right? Ouch.
One day.
Oh, I didn't react. Oh, that would've been great if I reacted.
Any chance you're gonna be wrong about something? There we go. Well.
No. Parsec. I'm allowed to be right about everything. No, I didn't get it in time. My body. I'm a little upset.
I was like, surely he's not gonna be able to counter hit me out of all things forever.
Sure just kept mashing.
Why in the world did that hit me?
Excellent question. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no. Oh, I'm dead? Oh, well, super lucky ducky.
Yeah. This character is a fucking beast. Why do I feel like there's gonna be a fucking CE in my face?
Well, there isn't. Who's fighting? It's just me and Beerly here. If you would like to play, send a friend request to NY Caliber on Parsec, and then you can join in on this. The less time that I'm actually playing, the better. That way I can keep track of everything that's going on. Man! What is it like?
Being right?
Yeah.
It sucks, because I still lose.
Well, what is it like being wrong?
I lose.
Oh, that beats you on, huh?
I guess so. Thought I had the right range. I thought I could get close enough to do something else
How
before you
do I
let's
get
go.
close
So what's it like being right, Jay?
you? I set up that situation wholeheartedly.
You were still right.
That's not the same thing as being straight up 50 correct on a 50-50. Oh, that was a regular grab, so I wasn't safe. Oh. I didn't get my 4K.
Is that plus or did I just not mash in time?
I forget what it was.
It was like either 3K...
Oh, the fully charged up one.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what that is when you don't do the second one.
What? No! Wait, where's my plus? I'm upset.
Immediately I was like, this is gonna be...
No, get out of here with that. I can react to... Oh, that's not gonna be.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually airborne during that kick.
No, I'm not. But yeah, the little hop low grab thing I'm gonna react with buttons to every time.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what you should do. Do you do it in neutral, though? Because it should still be the same. It's just that you definitely want to make sure that, like, you're always doing that. Hello, Master CJ. Haha. It's supposed to be like a soul attack or something.
No, I tried to CE.
Oh, you tried to be like a goddamn jerk. Okay.
Yeah, I just tried to guess right on a 50-50, but I spaced it wrong.
That is not a 50-50. Okay, you are taking that phrase way too flexibly. Stop it. Stop it. Oh fuck, I don't have any meter. Ooh,
So
give
I
an
guess
Astro
we're
out the B, huh?
Yeah, well, I figured I wasn't, like, near a ledge.
Beerly and I are in fact playing. If you would like to play, please let me know. Because frankly, I would much rather two other people play than me play, so that I can take control of just making sure that the stream and everything is going good. Also, why are you awake? It is 11 a.m.
Wait, the Zoomer's not supposed to be awake
No.
at 11 a.m.?
No. He's barely awake for when the War of the Roses streams actually start.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to be over here. I have a normal sleep schedule for once, so you say.
Ooh, it took that B from like a while ago.
No, I hate it when that happens. Never tech there.
Sorry, I can't step after that.
You can't step at all after that?
Nope. It's not already safe.
It's not already safe against any character, because the reason why I asked is because Astaroth has like a strong side to his reversal edge, so I wasn't sure if it was like you stepped the incorrect way. Whoops. Yeah, I'm done play. Okay, great. Don't let it happen. No! What? I don't even get the...
I got so confused.
Why did I get the wall? You're literally right there. Hell yeah. Nice. I like that a lot. There was a time where that wasn't possible.
Right?
I'm very much glad that it was possible.
Same.
Yeah, I do the same kind of thing when I break a grab on Astaroth. It's just important to note that that is a big, big risk. I guess for you, the damage disparity is much different than when I do it with Amy. But, like, when I'm playing against Rakudo, I always try to, like, do a tech crouch under, like, a high and whatever. And then he just goes, like, plant, and then I die.
Yeah, no, you did it, like, 3 or 4 times. And, like, that time I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna take a bet here.
Yeah, for me, I just get, like, a 4A or whatever.
I think I can backstep that, but...
Nice. Not enough people do that on reaction. I should stop giving you the A.
I honestly forgot you were still in Soul Charge.
Yeah, I know, right? No!
Yes!
Oh, fuck. Alright, I got it, 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 I got it.
I was like, he's gonna jump at some point.
Yeah. The fucking Taki defense, yeah.
I was like, he's going to jump. I can't 1KB here. God damn it. No, I didn't want a GI there. Up.
Dude, I am on fire with these just frames. It's almost as if I actually have a modicum of execution. I wonder what changed.
The internet.
And the removal of such. Hell, oh. Boo. Boo. There has to be something better you can do there. 6A plus B would work, right?
6A plus B, yeah.
Get back here.
I find problems standing up,
Oh, I mean, you have time. You have a good amount of time.
You underestimate how stupid I am.
That's punishable, I believe.
Is? By how much?
Like 12. Here, try it. Try it. Yeah.
Ah, the hit stun's weird. Okay.
As is like everything in this game.
Yeah, because I was like, I've tried punishing it before and it didn't work out, so I just assumed it was not punishable. Ouch. Ouch, I should stop trying to backstep there. Ouch. That's way too fucking... Aha!
Damn it.
Oh no, the 2A came out.
Oh yeah. Wow, that was a punish somehow.
Nice.
At that point, I have so much life.
Yeah, no.
Like, the only way that you, like, straight up definitely destroy me there is by just the hardest of hard reads on like a CE, in which case, yeah, you got it. Yeah, no! Okay, good. What?
God damn it.
Yeah, just stepping shit out of here. Fuck. Oh, this ground is looking dirty.
I guarded that.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like you didn't
That's
guard
so fucking... I...
Oh my god. That damage. Now you're dead. No. Some of the damage, sometimes this character's damage still to this day, like, boggles my mind.
I almost GI'd. Oh no!
No, I think you're good, yeah.
Yeah.
The only way that the CE hits you there is if you just stand still. Or backstep.
Right, because that was at the range that it doesn't track.
Right.
Jesus Christ, that's got fucking range on it.
Second one even more so.
I almost 1-8'd.
Ooh, nice backstep. But
I have no meter.
You no meter, and I got all the meter. And I will see if I can actually do something with it, but
Can't stand. You're done for.
Oh, I freaked out. Yep. I was like,
yeah,
how much?
it's a rough situation. Though if I fully charge up that 6B in Soul Charge, I don't know if you can reversal edge the spin. I'm not 1,000,000% sure either way.
Oh.
You can like turned around.
Already done. Haha, wall rising B plus K still worked out. Oh, the GI didn't come out in time. No, no fly zone.
But this is what
I'm
I
died.
wanted. Fucking hell, dude! You goddamn son of a bitch. Alright, fine. You literally won't duck in neutral at all. But you're definitely gonna duck when you see a CE coming.
Last couple times I tried ducking in neutral, you fucking grabbed me out of it.
Hell yeah. I believe you have died. Fuck, I did the wrong one. What do you play on? This is PC. If you play on PC and would like to play on Parsec, you can send a friend request to NY Caliber. We can get you in here, and then you can start playing just, you know, some casual sets until 2 o'clock. That's what I'm doing today. And if you like this kind of stuff, please consider donating, because these Parsec servers are not free. Also, I love the name. His name is Just Is League.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty. It always sucks whenever you find a name and you're just like, oh, of course. Why didn't I think of this? God damn it. Alright, here we go. Hell yeah. What? Hey, come back here. I like how you were right for like 50%. No, like 70% of my soul charge. And yet I got like one of the weakest things that could have happened beneficially
I
to
still
me,
lost half
and I
health.
still tied it up.
Oh my god, that health.
Yep.
No! Nope.
Yeah, that is true. If you have a PC, depending on where you are, you would still be able to play on our Parsec server. You would not need the game. I have the game. The game is effectively being played on a server that already has the game. Think of it like you were going over to a friend's house, and they have the game, so you don't need another to play. I don't give a shit about your soul charge. Oh.
Maybe you do now.
No, I don't. No.
I'm mad. No, I died!
I got it.
Because I was looking at the soul charge.
I
meter,
know.
I was like...
I know. It's like there's no fucking way. The only thing he's gonna do is backdash here. That's the only thing he's gonna do.
I hate you so much.
What? That was foregrab. I did foregrab.
Let me just do a bunch of weird shit. Seems to be working. Why? What?
I don't give a shit. You don't deserve anything.
You're right, I don't.
Why isn't that giving me the whoozy what's up?
The knockup?
Yeah.
No idea. Let me just spam backstep. Uh-oh. You may have figured out my mashing buttons. Oh, no, no! What?
Yeah, dude.
I was doing wall rising B plus K. Why?
Yeah,
did
that's
that
the thing,
grab me?
though. Yeah, islands grab. Ooh, nice punish. If you can... Unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it would be awesome if you could start doing that, like, more often, but I know for sure you're not going to be able to do that online.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Sucks.
just no fucking way. But it's a really cool punish, and I hope you remember it and keep it for when COVID's over.
Yeah, good luck.
Hey, wow, hey. Settle down there, buckaroo. Oh, that's
Wait,
minus 12.
bulb was like minus a lot, isn't it? Oh, it's only
12. It'll be 12. I mean, if you have Shura, I would say you just always go for cots.
Yeah. Alright, I got over ambition. I dislike all of the things that happened there. I appreciate the jump attempt.
I really feel like I tried to do it earlier and it didn't come out, and then I realized the hitbox hadn't showed up yet, so I tried to do it again.
I try to keep backstepping.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I was like, that's a ledge. You know, I'm just gonna let me retreat. Oh, nice. I didn't think that you could wake up in time with that. That's a, yep.
Don't tuck there.
surprising CE.
Yeah, when... I don't think I was even going to come close to thinking about that at the moment. Like, you're talking about, like, when I, like, sidestepped a Mitsu vertical? The idea that I would be that confident about something like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't have time to R either.
Yeah. If I charge it up.
Yeah. No! I fucking mashed that shit and I just got 6B plus K. God, it does so much damage.
Yeah, it was over. You got hit by a CE.
Yeah, it was over 80.
You got hit by an average CE. Not even like a light one. Off of something that's safe and doesn't even take a meter away from my soul charge.
Really?
It was one of the changes they made a while back.
Why? Why?
He needs it.
Yeah, clearly he needs it. Character's bad. Everybody on the internet says his character's bad, so therefore this character's fucking bad.
Were you watching my team match yesterday?
No, I was getting drunk with my roommates.
So we ended up winning primarily through Stellar going through the majority of the team, and Icy Chance. You know how, like, when Icy has a tough time during one of those things, like when he starts losing, there's always some sort of, like, situation that's going on, some sort of lag or some sort of issue. So, like, that time, he's like, the first game goes by, in the middle of it, he, like, stopped playing, and we were just like, okay, he's complaining about lag or something like that. But what he was saying was that, that his controller was DCing, as in Stellar's controller was disconnecting, and that's what was causing the lag. And we were like, what? How would you know that? What are you talking about? And he's like, I keep getting the notification on the thing. I was like, this isn't Parsec, I see. Like, there's no way you would know that this was the case. And then eventually he realized that he had his controller in, like, the wrong mode, and that's why it kept TCing. And, I don't know if you know, but I always put, I do, like, a copy pasta, like, every single time that we win a match.
Yeah.
So that time I did, like, a whole thing about, like, hey, if you're ever in trouble, just, like, always try to find a situation where you can assign blame to somebody else and stuff like that. And it got to the point where, like, Boom and the commentators seemed to get a little bit like, okay, guys, come on, like, let's not be like the Smash community, let's not try to insult each other and everything. And it seemed like they took it very seriously. And I was like, I remember thinking, like, you guys remember that I called Thermidor, I verbatim said Thermidor was a fucking idiot the last time I did one of these. You were okay with that, but like this? I went too far with this? Very weird. Oh, hey, Clem. Clem, would you like to play Soul Calibur on Parsec? This is an open Parsec lobby.
Oh my god, that hit me. Wait, why'd I do...
Alright, there we go. That's all I wanted.
Stop.
Oh, that was supposed to be Spin. I don't think Spin would have won anyway. Why would I play a game that I know that I'm better and obviously win? Because you want to show off to humans. Alright.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, you just get a free punish for that, or?
I think so. I know X does. I don't know what the difference is between the two.
I don't think there is a big difference.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you do get a punish off of that. That's kind of scary.
Well, it's a grab attempt. It's not like I
Still,
definitely. Yeah, very scary.
I have to guess.
I don't give a fuck.
Notice. Alright, I can sidestep.
GI on a 3K?
See, don't attack.
Nice. That was
Thank you.
very ambitious of me.
I at least remember not to attack, and then I saw the fucking soul attack. I was like, oh, really? Okay.
You lose.
No, did I get the soul charge?
Oh, Well, I've never seen that animation before, where he's just like, he has his hand, like, out.
I died anyway.
Yeah.
I
Like,
couldn't
his
react
hand
to
was
the
literally
spins.
fully extended when that happened. That was cool looking.
Right?
But yeah, Clem, I'm hosting an open Parsec lobby, meaning that as long as you have Parsec, you'd be able to play. And if you like this kind of content, please consider donating, seeing as how the Parsec servers are not 100% free. And I will be streaming on these servers for about 2/3 the extra time as I normally do.
Now that hit me.
Hey, okay.
Alright, well, I made an attempt based upon what I saw.
Oh no.
Nice.
Again,
How
I
about
had
the
so much life that I could take a bet without
Yeah.
feeling too worried about it.
Well, that's like minus like a lot. I was like, at some point he's gonna hit a button. I can't just keep mashing.
I'll see you later. Fuck!
Oh no!
Aha! You came into it.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to just see after that.
Oh yeah, that's the idea, is that I back up enough on the Poseidon Tide to where your reversal edge is going through its attack animation by the time that I've recovered, in which case the long range heaviest option for a punish is going to be CE. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
When this becomes the Naruto 4 server I'm in, I'm sure there's got to be Naruto 4 Parsec servers at some point. We need Icy Chains to come in here.
Can it run? I guess if you want an emulator, I don't see why not.
Am I dead?
Oh no! Why did that drop? Oh, you know why it dropped? I was trying to think how I can ring you out from there, and I didn't think about it in time.
Whoa!
Isn't that a Hori? I'm so confused.
You know what? I think it makes sense, actually. I'm okay with it.
Okay, with what?
With that, like, that hitbox, like, evaporating.
Ah. Oh god, that's close. Oh, no.
Because, like, the idea was that you were so close that the axe is probably the thing. Like, the actual axe itself has the hitbox, not the hilt. And you were in the situation where it was just the hilt.
Makes sense. Oh boy. Yep.
Let's end this.
I will not ever stop
Go
doing
quietly
that.
into that good night.
Goodbye. Oh no, why did that hit me?
It has a really large hitbox.
Damn it, that's not a good punish. And now I'm going to die for this. Yeah, yep. Good.
Yeah, you went out of your way to give me a chance there.
Yep. That's not a punish. Yeah. I don't know why I tried to re-GI that.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Okay. With 2A plus P, P, P.
Yeah, just go, no, panic.
I've become aggravated with this whole whiff into not stop.
Can't stand. You're done for.
I mean, you're all the way over there. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, Astaroth isn't one of those characters that has range or anything.
Do a Hori then. Why should I stand there and do nothing?
Oh, I'll show you a fucking Hori.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'll play on the
I regret
Astaroth
everything.
card.
Save the human race.
How do I make amends before I deal with this?
You are in the process of making amends.
Battle 1. Fight. Ready?
I mean, that being said, we've talked before about how my Aswell is shit, so...
Yeah.
Oh no, you're still doing that, Punish.
Yep. Six K, but alright.
A lot of waiting on the ground. I'm gonna have to start treating this like Maxi.
Battle 2. Fight.
I believe you were in Sword, right?
Yeah.
After that. What AA is 0?
AA is 0 and hit, yeah.
Okay.
Battle 3.
I gotta mash more against that when I get hit. Damn it!
I don't think I get the hit though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right, you would do that. Oh, alright, I thought I stayed on the ground, but I guess I hit G. Alright, Jay, I need to disconnect.
Why?
I
What
didn't use
happened?
any meter.
No. Oh wait, hold on a second. Carball with the 535 donation. Thanks very much, Carball. I appreciate it. Let's see if the maths work out again. Oh, are you trying to... Oh, I gotcha. 13.37%. Very good job.
Nice.
I appreciate that. Thanks very much, Carball. That gets us ever so much closer. Hello, Scavenger. That gets us to just a little under halfway to doing the typical War of the Roses donation goal, and gets us well on our way for the overall goal that we have going on, seeing as how we're doing an open lobby as well. Scavenger, if you'd like to play, please let me know. So one thing I should mention that I don't think I mentioned before, with regards to like the fact that like whether I have a weapon or not, it's important to remember that even though all of his moves get delayed when you don't have a weapon, his jump moves stay the same.
Oh, really?
Like this is still, see what I mean? Like it was still fast even though I didn't have a weapon there.
Yeah.
They're not the fastest
like...
things in the world, but you know, it seems like one should expect Aswell to be jumping a lot.
Okay.
Especially when he doesn't have a weapon.
That's interesting that traded. You still mashed after that, you fucking goon.
PC's unplugged and getting ready to take it to PA. A production assistant? What are you coming to Pennsylvania for? This place sucks. Stop it. Man, you still thought I would do it, huh?
You're gonna do it at some point. Just gotta be right. Yeah. I'm smart. Yep, there it is.
It's love. It appears I have grown used to my
I wonder if that thing that, like, Ufumatic and Uto... What do I do? Like, I do this?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to, like, spin around and, like, do all kinds of, like, cool fancy shit. Well, it didn't really work.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
Massive fun, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to 6A plus B that. That's right, you're an axe.
Yeah, at that point, you can just try to hit me out of it. Something small.
Nice. Interesting. So you don't get the hitboxes until way later.
Yeah, not until I land.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's on me. I shouldn't have taken such a risk like that.
Yeah, you're just beating me up with like low, like small things.
Well, there really isn't anything small in Axe.
Like 6B, or just like other things. You can just done like that or some shit.
Well, but yeah, but the idea is that I didn't think they were gonna block low, right?
Ah, true.
Remember what I said about that grab?
No.
That because it's a technical knockdown, like nobody respects it. So
Oh yeah.
You can kind of expect kind of like what Zeph did. Nice.
I was trying to remember what weapon you had, so I thought you had slower things to attack me with.
Oh, CJ's back. Would you like to play against Master CJ?
Sure.
CJ, you can send a thingamajiggy over to NY Caliber, and then we can get you in and you'll get to play against Beardly here. Just gotta really hope that I'm doing this correctly. Oh, it looks like Omega XEN wants to go as well, but he's not 100% sure that he understands how this works. So, step one, gonna get CJ in here. CJ has not sent a thing, but then the next thing that I will do is get Omega XEN understanding how this will work, where he'll send a friend request. I don't know if he already is listed here. The friends list for Parsec is not in alphabetical order. That's very smart. Why would anybody want to do that? What?
It takes time and effort, sir.
It really does it really? I mean, it does take some. Yeah, sure, but like, okay, whatever you say. CJ, just let me know when you're trying to get in. Until then, I'm gonna try to talk to Kwong about this. Oh shit, what's going on in my chat? I'm outside, we're throwing hands right now. Dre, can you not do that? Fuck. Okay, so Kwong has said that he has sent a thingy, and it's not showing up, so that's not great. But, in the meantime, CJ is now in. So CJ should presumably be able to connect to the thingy. How dare you spell my name incorrect? Evan, why? Why did you do that?
I don't know how that happened.
I assume it was autocorrect. Should we go in the other Discord so that CJ can join us?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's Wind Charmer.
Yeah. So CJ, we're in the Discord if and when you're interested and can come. Oh wow, I don't like this at all. I listened to 1 second of this. I'm listening to the Doom thing.
Oh, so yeah, you see, I had a problem with it too.
Hold on, I'm listening to it.
Yo, what's up?
Yo.
Jay, I need to be reconnected.
Yeah, just hold on a second, because I'm being tortured at the moment. Oh my god, I don't like that at all. Wow, boo. Who was the person who sent that to me? Fuck them. Jesus Christ.
Wasn't it Carball?
Was it Dan?
No, it wasn't Carball. Carball is nice to me.
Oh, damn.
Oh no, it was
It
Slatus.
was Dan the Nightmare Main.
Yep. No,
How dare he?
As soon as I heard that boom, 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 I was like, oh no, it's
CJ,
Dan.
what were you talking about? What happened?
I need to be reconnected.
Oh, okay. What? Hey, what? You disappeared. Here, sorry, send another invite. I guess I missed it. I guess it only lasts for a certain amount of time. Oh, okay, and Kwong is up. So, how about you guys play like a first to 5 or something, and then we'll get Kwong in here as well.
Works for me.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Alright, so just let me know if any problems arise.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Mitsurugi.
Ready for this?
Mitsurugi.
Ready for this?
Amy.
Pain makes people talk.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play Aswell.
Well, this would be a perfect time to get optimized for Parsec.
I join for the heck of it, but I don't think I'm optimized for Parsec. Yeah, unfortunately, Ian isn't going to necessarily be available, so I wouldn't be able to help you out with the settings and everything. I'm sure we'll be able to find some time for something like that. Oh, this is so much better because I can just be here, like, looking at the stream and actually reacting to the stream, as opposed to reacting to me going in Parsec, which is, like, happening ahead of time.
Makes sense.
At the risk of sounding dumb, CJ, does that combo work all the time?
It's really laggy for me right now. I can't.
Is
I
that
can't play.
right?
It's very laggy. Last time I did this, I had to restart my router because it was just that bad, and it's that bad right now. So
Let me see
How
this.
the hell?
Oh,
I-
it doesn't look like you're connected.
I disconnected because
oh, okay.
I've had this issue before, and I know exactly what to do. So I'm going to go restart my router.
Well, seeing as how that probably means he will be gone from the server for a while.
I'll be gone
if
for like.
what's that?
I said I'll be probably gone for like 2 or 3 minutes.
In that
But if
case,
Funk-
yeah, let's
you can
try
put-
to get Kwong in here. So
yeah, I was
that,
gonna say let Funk play and all.
yeah, might as well.
I'll be right back.
Who knew that the router would just be like, nah, fuck you and your Parsec?
It's not the zaniest thing in the world. Do me a favor and go back to the main menu, if you can.
You need to put the game back up.
Ah, okay.
I cannot.
Brr.
I am second player.
No, wait. Did we get locked? Oh, no.
Can't you take over? as
Can
well?
I? I don't think I can. No,
Oh, no.
CJ, what have you done? Oh. Well-
Is there a way?
It's a little bit of a nuclear way, but I can just close out the game and then put it back up.
That may be.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, boop. Hold on, everybody. We will get this in the ship shape. Please, if you end up leaving, don't pause and then leave. So to the point where we are unable to control the
Well, he
the situation.
disconnected, so the game auto paused.
I see. Okay. It's no matter.
So if you're gonna disconnect, be an absolute goon and hold down the pause button and go to the main menu, and then disconnect. You know what's nice about playing on Parsec?
What's up?
I can run Epic 7 in the background and not slowly lag out the game.
Hell yeah, dude. It won't.
Only
It
person I'm
won't do
lagging
it
is
to
me.
the game. It'll just do it to you.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah. All right. Can you connect now? Let me just make sure that you are still able to. Actually, it might ask me
I should still
to.
be in the game.
Might ask me to do a question. We don't have to deal with online bullshit.
Let me see if I can move.
Great.
Yeah.
It looks like you can. You probably won't be able to for a second,
You bastard.
as I accept Kwong's invitation to come in here. So now, Kwong should be able to connect. You should be able to control again.
So CJ, you probably didn't change your buttons at all, did you?
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Kwong, take first player. Because all of my buttons are on second player. And I really don't feel like resetting them.
I'm checking to see if he's able to connect, if there are any issues. Sometimes it takes a little while, so I'm not necessarily saying that there are problems just yet.
Oh, did you have him set up like his video card and shit like that to optimize it?
No, that's all Saving Deus's thing.
It shouldn't be that hard. It's setting up the encoder. Oh no, how do I get to the fucking menu?
Plus, that's to that doesn't mean that it's straight up unplayable without those kinds of settings. He's in Jersey and the server's in Virginia. I feel like there's
Yeah,
a relatively strong chance that he's going to be fine.
But if the encoding is weird, it can actually be laggy. Like my first connection to the thing, I had to like change two things, like the encoder and something else, for it to not feel like absolute garbage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How long do you have the server for? So this is my open lobby thing is going to be going until 2 o'clock. So another 2 hours. And then I'll have the War of the Roses thing, which will probably take another 2 hours, and yeah, that'll be the stream.
That's right, you probably want to check your connection things. Alright.
Come.
Oh yeah, buttons.
Getting back into the habit of all the things we used to have to do all the time.
Hello.
Die. Come.
Hello!
See.
Now we're seeing if Kwon can figure out all of the things.
Silence.
Hopefully he'll let me know if it ends up not feeling too good.
He might want our settings for Parsec, so then before he like hops in, so he has like a good connection. Maybe I don't know if he's like set his settings before.
Silence.
Yeah, something that we had talked about before.
Silence. Die.
My only worry is that if I'm telling people how to optimize the settings every time somebody new comes in here, then that's the majority of the stream.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god, this feels great. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not.
I think because he's getting just frames and things, it's like, oh shit, this is the internet?
Might need
So
to
good.
optimize. Okay, so I can at the very least give him the same screenshots that I give everybody.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Oh my
How
god,
does
John.
skill do that so fast?
Like 35 years of experience.
Because it'd be like B guard, like super fucking fast.
Yeah, at that point you just have it in your hands, right?
Yeah.
At that point it doesn't become all that difficult.
Leave this place.
Oh my god, John's here. I'm fucking so upset now.
Silence.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Silence. Silence.
Whenever
Alright,
he's
so is
around.
Kwon ready to go?
So, in lieu of new information that I'm seeing from the chat, it is important to note that it is a significantly discounted amount of channel points to time out Lee, just so everybody knows.
Silence. Silence. Die.
It's okay, he said something right for once.
A man should not be judged upon one success.
Silence.
Alright, so is Kwon ready to play? I'm
Silence.
just gonna start playing.
Alright, that was 2 timeout Lees, so...
Die. Come.
Oh man, if you had just gone for it. Well, I guess you get the same amount of damage.
Maybe.
Similar amount of damage.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of my stream quality? Does it seem any different?
Pretty decent.
She's pretty good.
Ouch.
It was something that Days and I worked on yesterday.
Definitely seems better than usual.
Oh, that doesn't hit ground, no?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Leave this place.
I'm at a delay, so I was like, what the fuck are you guys? I was so confused at first.
I guess technically I could stream it in here.
Oh, sure, you could.
Silence.
I don't think it should make it worse.
Counter strike.
Your predictable moves are no match.
Kwong might
Kwong's
be
supposed to-
trying to match his settings to
Settings.
the screenshots that I provided.
Yeah, the screenshots are like
Hopefully he
2 or
has
3 things right.
no questions whatsoever, because I could not answer
Die.
them.
Come. Silence.
I just want to mash.
That you cannot. There is one character in this game that can mash on Taki. One character. It is not Mitsu. Huh. That's interesting. He expected you to be patient there at the end after he hit you with that one string. That's not normally something that Kwang would do.
I'm surprised that grab came out. It's supposed to be step G. But I accidentally went over A.
Oh, I should mention to everybody who's watching and stuff, we had to call a bit of an audible for the War of the Roses stream that we have today, because one of our players had to call out due to personal issues. So the second match of the day is going to be Crazy J versus, who you see here, Omega XEN. So we're going to have Captain versus Captain.
So it's very important that he got into...
Yeah, I definitely think that this was a good idea. I'm happy that he was around.
So this is Kwang's first time using anything that with Parsec.
This is not commentating it.
That's not commentate, right?
He says it feels great, and again, location-wise, he's about as good as it gets.
Leave this place.
Ooh, he didn't respect.
Come. Stay down.
I gotta remember that 9K does not track at all.
Yeah, there's only a handful of special people that get that kind of a thing. Who are the people who have a jump kick that tracks? Yoshi? Nightmare. Siegfried?
He has 9K, which is a horizontal.
Yeah.
It's really slow though.
Who are other characters
Ivy?
that have something like this? Oh, Ivy, sure.
Technically Zasamil, this is a high.
Yeah, Kwang says that this feels really good. Again, I'm really happy that we got him a chance to do it. How's it going? Hello, Saban Days. It's going pretty well. Just in case you didn't know, I told you that I had to find a replacement for one of our players from for the roster for today. That replacement is Omega XEN, who is now currently doing his testing through matches with Beerly here, and he's saying that the VM feels really good. Also, is there a hotkey I can go to settings? I don't think so. Is there?
To pull up the menu thing. But really the settings would be like codec and decoder, and that'd be like it.
Yeah, those are the settings, and I think that's what he's looking for with regards to a hotkey. But not as far as I know.
I just hit the window key.
In order for me to check, I would have to take out of the game, but, you know, I guess I can do that for just a second.
If you can click on that Parsec icon in the game, he should be able to get to those two settings.
Ah, yes, the Parsec icon on the top left. It looks like one of those things you used to do in high school when you're just doodling. Yeah, he's currently fiddling around with it. Once I get the okay from him, we'll go back to the game. Actually, we'll just go back to the game now. And then, hopefully, everything will be copacetic. Some things you can change in the menu, but most of them you have to disconnect from the server. So we will see how Kwang feels about the settings that are available to him right off the bat, and if not, he can disconnect and get re-invited and yada yada.
To realize your ideas.
But yeah, to anybody who's watching, this is a Parsec open lobby. If you feel interested in playing on something that's not going to be online bullshit, you can definitely come swing in here. Just send a friend request to NY Caliber and we can have you in. And this is all as a ramp up starting at 2 p.m. in just 2 hours. We're going to have Raztalk versus Yoshimitsu the 6th, and then Crazy J versus Omega XCN, Captain versus Captain, in Parsec 1st to 10 exhibitions. Yeah, get me in
No,
there. Are you,
3K.
are you sure, Dre?
Yeah, get Dre in here. Let him experience Parsec, so that once he sets it up the first time, he won't
Well, CJ,
bother with it.
I believe, is also in line.
True.
I'm gonna have to do one of those things where, like, I keep track of who is who and where and everything. I think it's like 1 and 1 on your first to 5, right?
Technically, it's 1 him, 0 me, because part of the first game was him.
Dre, I will send you the same screenshots for optimized thingamajiggies. As long as you can match your Parsec settings to the stuff that I have here, there's a good chance that things will go well. Dre's been on the Parsec before, but I believe he has told me in the past that he never actually got any of his settings fully optimized. He just simply tried it once or twice. We should use the central server. Oh, for Raztalk and Yoshi the 6th, or do you mean for both matches? Because I can't remember where Crazy J is from, but Omega XCN
Colorado.
being from Jersey is certainly going to make it a little bit harder, right?
He's from Colorado.
Crazy J is from Colorado?
Yes.
In that case, yeah, I would agree. I wasn't aware that he was so far west.
Leave this place.
Well, Ian, correct me if I'm wrong, that's not that big of a deal.
Controls. He's trying to soul charge. Oh wait, I can't
Gee
have
whiz,
that.
he's having more trouble with the controls.
No escape.
Let's see if Saving Day has sent me higher resolution pictures for these screenshots. Would have been pretty far down the line.
Come.
Oh, I should have just bet big.
No, you know what you should have done.
Pop soul charge.
Yeah,
Never learn, do you?
that's what should have happened.
I honestly thought I had another round.
Oh, okay.
Come.
Well, maybe I can just create my own screenshots from my own settings. No, I can't do that because I would interrupt their match. The original screenshots I sent were full resolution, and I think you've been using those. Maybe they got mangled somehow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to call Dre a liar when it comes to whether the resolution that he's seeing is low or not. I'm just trying to find additional pictures.
Come.
My favorite player is Parsec in open lobby.
They're the best players for sure.
Leave this place.
Well, who's better,
good
Parsec
punish.
or open lobby?
Well, open lobby's up and around right now, so.
Up X rounds. If I remember correctly, I put X's in front of everything.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting it doesn't hit grounded. Okay, fine.
Nice.
You just don't learn. Come.
Yeah, if I end up doing another Parsec open lobby kind of thing, maybe I can get, I'll just add whatever Link 7 Days is about to add to the Nightbot message. That way, somebody will have an automatic, like, place they can go to for the correct, optimization settings. Ooh, nice punish.
Thanks. I gotta remember that shit is like minus 16, I think, at least, going into the roll.
Yeah, it just typically has evasion that people have to worry about.
That's not close enough.
Ian, would you mind if I take this link and I add it to a Nightbot thing in case we do this again in the future? That way somebody will have a real easy access to optimized Parsec settings, just in case we have people who are newer and haven't used any of the servers before.
Ooh, extendo arms.
Also, once I am gonna, like, I'll go to the Iowa server during War of the Roses, but once I do that, is the network stream link for VLC gonna be different? It should be the same. Okay, great.
I was about to ask myself, did I just die? Yes. Yes, I did. Right. A6 is like minus 16?
Something like that, but the extra evasion of going into the stance can sometimes make things a little bit weird. I know two-way is going to be a safe way about it every time.
Oh boy, why didn't I use meter sooner?
Hello, who's the Mitsu player? This is Beardly here. Beardly here is even talking in this same stream.
Oh no!
See, he just said, oh no.
I didn't take the bet.
You just don't learn.
Okay, let's give... Beardly is in fact here, yeah. Let's give this a try. Alright, there we go. That'll be the link for anybody to look at the first two screenshots in order to get optimized Parsec settings. Okay, great. Oh boy.
Alrighty then. The end.
That's right, I can't beat that. Oh!
So, I kind of wish you had stayed away after the CE, simply because Kwang was still in Soul Charge, and if you had just gone to the other side of the screen, mashed 2A like 3 or 4 times, you would have had another bar. And then you could have just straight up just waited around and killed him with a CE if he got too impatient.
I lost count.
Of what?
I think it's 3-2.
Well, lucky for us, the game keeps a record of this.
Yep.
Oh shit, offline.
I know, right?
I keep track. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Don't have to worry about it.
Ugh.
I know, it's great.
Why won't you die?
You just don't learn.
You just don't learn.
Send a friend request to NY Caliber and match all my settings to what the screenshots had. Okay, great. So after this first of 5, Master CJ will get in, and then after Master CJ, I will, while CJ is attempting to connect, I will also accept your friend request, and then you'll be able to get into the lobby once the additional first of 5 is finished. And then, if it works out okay for you, so again, this is the Virginia server at the moment, so chances are your connection won't necessarily be stellar. That being said, if you feel like trying it out again in the future, we have an Iowa server that I think you would have a much better connection to.
Yeah.
So for, you know, potential, War of the Roses of your involvement and stuff like that, it's going to be a much bigger thing. Frieden with the raid. Thanks very much, Frieden.
I'm upset that caught me.
What happened? I missed it. Oh.
I tried to sidestep and it caught me.
Well, yeah, you're Mitsu.
Yeah.
To everybody who is just joining, this is an open Parsec lobby. If you feel like playing, just let me know. Send a friend request to NY Caliber on Parsec, and we can get you in here. Up until 2 o'clock, where we'll have our War of the Roses first to 10 exhibitions, Yoshimitsu the Sixth versus Rastok, coupled with Crazy J versus Omega XCM. If you guys like what you see, you'll see the donation goal on the left. Because I'm doing significantly more hours, the donation goal is built up a little bit more. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know. And I can continue to do this in the future. Yeah, so 4-2.
Yep.
Battle 1. Fight. Ready?
Oh, interesting. He thought he saw stuff.
Oh.
Good enough.
Oh, Ian, if you're still here, I did in fact unlock Inferno. So now we have him available for things.
Oh shit.
I know, right? Now that being
Alright,
said,
Trey.
again, this is the Virginia one, so if at any point we actually have like a slip-out tournament again, it'll probably be on the Iowa server, in which case he's not unlocked. Kwong messaged me, he was like, man, how do you go back to regular online after this? I know, right?
You don't.
You just hate yourself when you do it. It's not that much different. It very heavily reminds me of like when I would play in an offline tournament, and we would have all those casuals in the hotel rooms and all that kind of stuff. And then like I would take a few days back at home before I would play any Soul Calibur again, just because I had to get used to the fact that like the connection was just going to be terrible.
Yep. Jay, how much online did you play when offline was around? Not very much.
In 6 or 5?
This game.
In 6, I played a good amount. I still played a good chunk of it. Because I still had like an S rank Amy before COVID. So,
Right.
you know. This Taki is on point. This Taki is my captain. Oh, captain, my captain.
Ouch. Okay then. I guess I die.
Nah,
I
Taki
forgot I was
doesn't do
already
any
in full
damage. Did
charge.
you see that chip damage on the wall? Oh my god.
fucking possession for BB hits like a truck, man.
That
You
was
are literally-
more than... That chip damage was more than, like, Amy 3A counter hit into 6 BB.
I think it's around the similar damage on block.
Okay.
How
I'm
do
landing
I get
just
out of
frames,
here
this is
again?
so fun. So, CJ, you can come on in. I will accept the friend request from Dratheon. There he is. Kwong, obviously stay on. Boop.
Just wanted to press buttons, but Kwong was like, no.
Nah, against Taki, again, the only person who can do that is Amy.
Yeah, like, I don't know how to fight that when he's sitting there doing all this possession shenanigans in my face. I gotta mash.
GIs. And
He's
just
baiting
finding
those.
finding your like, if it was Kashi, I'd be willing to bet there's going to be a lot more GIs, a lot more like very precise sidesteps, coupled with a lot of ducks into wall rising B.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I believe that would be the case. You were able to get in, CJ?
Yeah, man.
Cool beans.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
I have been freed. Now I can just pay attention to the stream and do other dumb things.
Have you ever felt despair?
Actually, seeing as how... Might as well actually put the names of the people up now.
Oh, now you want to do it.
I didn't think about it before.
I see how it is.
I mean, with all that being said, you were the only person who was specifically called out during the Twitch chat. I was like, who is this Mitsu
Yeah,
player?
I know. I'm
Hey, you know,
fucking with you.
things are, things are coming up, Millhouse. You know
Oh, is
what?
this King of the Hill style where winner stays?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Also, hi, Dre.
Oh.
Dre, say some more words.
Some more words.
Okay, I think that'll be good. Yeah, I just figured we would do first to fives. If the queue gets so unbelievably large, maybe we would do first to threes. I don't see that happening in the next hour and a half.
Yeah, that's not happening. Fine.
Oh, that's a tie trap.
Yeah. So the stream at the moment, with my new, like, slightly updated fonts and format, I put X's where, like, the scores will be. I think I'm going to do that instead of zeros, because I think it looks cooler.
I am a fan of it.
Yeah, I like it.
I have no opinion.
Here.
CG, you think this might be a matchup in which we would go for white?
I feel like if we get him for 4B plus K, then sure. It's like one of those matches like if you land 4B plus Ks, then sure you got white, but I don't think I would like actively just like go for white.
Well, I don't think you ever actively go for white, do you? I guess unless it's the mirror.
Yeah. Short range characters, I think you can, if you can get like enough 4B plus Ks, then yeah, sure, go for it.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
You know, I should probably have tried 4A plus B.
Which one's 4A plus B?
The, like, sway back move. That's
Oh,
actually
fuck
pretty
that move.
shitty.
That move sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty, but it might have given me some distance on some of these move attacks.
Nah,
that Taki
it
had.
wouldn't have.
It's not
Oh,
SC5.
alrighty then.
It's so not SE5,
True.
it's not even fair. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't even 2-2K
Oh my God.
on neutral in 4A plus B. You'll get 2A out of it.
One side of me wants to say, well, Jay, I don't think that Mitsu should have SE5's 4B back because that move was bullshit. But the other side of me wants to say, well, what the fuck? Every character gets to have bullshit stuff, but Mitsu doesn't? No.
Oh, I stepped there. I'm stupid.
No. Mitsu gets no bullshit. He's totally honest.
Well,
Unfortunately, it's time.
Oh my god.
yeah, I remember
Bye,
picking up
Kong.
Mitsu at launch and being like, where the fuck are all my moves? Yeah, all of his moves from SE5 The only thing that got better was 3-3K into 1A because it was a combo again.
Focus and release.
CJ, you're in the other division from us, right? In the
Yes.
Boom League? Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say, like, I don't know how I feel about... Oh, is he dead? No! Kwong, no! Oh, I'm mad. No, Kwong. CJ's robbing you. Infinite robbery going on right now.
I like hearing it before seeing it.
Yeah.
Leaves me in suspense to see what happened.
Oh, damn.
Yo! Samurai is in the house.
Oh, hey, was that Kura? Kura with the host. Thanks very much. I apologize if that's not Kura. I can't read those characters. But thanks very much. I appreciate the raid.
It usually
Yeah,
says
that's
like
Kura.
it's Kara.
Yeah.
For all the new people who just showed up, in case you don't know, I'm holding a Parsec open lobby for people on, well, just in America at the moment. And that's going to be going until 2 p.m., which is about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit less, or a little bit more. And then we're going to go into our War of the Roses stream, which is 2 Parsec 1st to 10 exhibitions. First one between Raztok and Yoshimitsu the 6th, and the second one between Omega XCN, the Taki player on your screen, versus Crazy J.
So we'll go with I did that. I love Amy single K.
It's pretty good at 12, man.
Right.
If you don't want to do the AB.
Probably didn't do that, but
Time for bed. Eternally. I live so as not to lose.
You leave me no choice.
I feel like whenever I play... Ooh, that was a fantastic sidestep.
I am having a good time.
You're saying?
Oh!
you were saying something, Jay.
I feel like every time I play.
Oh, it just... Did I just immediately get,
Distracted by the side step, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you guys using new Parsec settings? These are just the same regular settings. BL3Y3ND. Thanks for the follow. What's that supposed to be?
I ducked into it. Fuck.
I love my Parsec. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
You've heard of I love my iPod.
Without me, my Parsec is nothing. Without my Parsec, I am nothing.
Ready? Useless. Let's finish this.
I was saving this. Leave this place. Huh?
You're dead. Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
I gotta work on my PO pressure. It's very difficult to do that kind of pressure against Amy. Amy has a lot of options for that kind of stuff.
For one to gain.
When is Dre fighting in one of these fights after this first attempt? Which I believe now is 2-0.
First to 5.
Yeah, so not much longer.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Rip his A6.
How do I get in this lobby? Send a friend request to NY Caliber, and then we will put you in the queue. We've got this first to 5, then we've got Dratheon in a first to 5, and then you would be up next. Aw, Beardly here. Are you still in here?
I am.
Thank you, Beardly here, for the $20. Just in case you guys like this kind of content, the reason why the donation goal is so high is because, again, I'm streaming for 6 hours of server time as opposed to 2. Thanks very much. That gets us well on our way. That gets us to over halfway done, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, Tommy, I will put you in again. Just send a
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
send a friend request to NY Calver. Make sure your settings match what's in this screenshot in the top of that link to for the best kind of experience, and then you will be up then.
Oh my god, I did not expect that to wall spot.
Important to note, though, Tommy, I just want to make sure that you know that the server that we're currently using is in Virginia, so even though it's Parsec, there's a good chance that, considering where you are, you're not exactly going to have the best connection.
Probably.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Watch and learn.
Oh, he's dead. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, I always forget that's guaranteed.
Yep. So good.
So technically Space Australia. Nah, Virginia's different. Virginia and Space Australia are different because one of them drinks tea. It's up to you to figure out which one it is.
Is it twisted?
He got my mid parry. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. I love my high five. Dratheon with the $20 donation. Thanks very much. Just in case you guys didn't know, Dratheon helped me out with that thing you guys have been seeing for like my promotion. Through the War of the Roses kind of stuff that you're seeing on other streams. He's helped me out with like the fonts and the overlays. He's helped me out with the stream kind of a lot. So I very much appreciate it, Dre.
Awaits us all.
No problem, dude.
Vesper with a nice beard. Thank you very much. Vesper with the $15 donation. Vesper, we gotta get you in on one of these things again. We had you up against. Who was it? It was one of our first streams. I can't remember who it was. Anton? Was it Anton?
Unfortunately,
I'm trying to remember. But we had you on one, but I haven't played it. Yeah, I played Anton. Okay, so we got to get you in again and try to amp up that competition. Just so you guys know, me betting against Vesper has cost me, I'm not even kidding, probably somewhere along the lines of 60 to 70,000 channel points so far. And I have bet against him 3 times.
Why do you keep betting against Vesper?
I'm not a smart guy.
Apparently.
It's clearly the problem. Oh, that tech crouch on that 3B was sweet. What is that, 2-1 or 3-1?
This just
2-1.
shows how much better I am than you.
I was about to say, if you steal this away from Kwong again, it'd be ridiculous.
That's for the goat, yeah, man. Vesper, can you think of somebody? The Tommy, yo! That's what he was doing to my entire team last night. That's funny. Vesper, can you think of anybody that you would specifically want to challenge? For one of these War of the Roses streams? Potentially, and hopefully somebody that you don't necessarily play a whole lot, just somebody you'd be curious to see how it would turn out. Never mind.
Call-outs, huh?
What's that?
Getting call-outs, huh?
Yeah. Oh, this was that. Just so you guys know, the Rastalk versus Yoshimitsu the Sixth thing. That's from like a call out. Like that. Those are the kinds of matches that I definitely want to have because it makes coordinating things a lot easier. Don't have anyone in mind. You need to get upset with somebody. What needs to happen? The next time you get into a team match, like the next time or the next time or something like that, when you're dealing with like that online stuff, and you feel like your opponent won just because the connection was shitty, that's when you have to let me know. Because I feel like a lot of these War of the Roses things are going to be just like runbacks from like the Boom League, just in Parsec.
here's a gift.
Shoot that dipshit. You got it.
This ends here.
There we go.
What?
Is that optimal?
What?
He asked for it, so he's getting shot too.
Yeah, I barely missed. I missed that
Unfortunately,
that combo.
it's time to end
What?
this.
Do you remember what it was off of?
No, that's the part I missed.
Oh,
It was
completely.
High parry A.
Oh, high parry A.
And release.
Ooh. It's not it yet. If you had gone for the 2-1-4A, you would have won.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you did end up winning, but yeah. Don't underestimate the fact that like there's actually not a lot of people who know about it.
True.
And also, more importantly, if they do know about it, who cares?
It's still really good. Unless they like RI, which very few people do.
Is it first to 5? Yes, it is soft laps.
Yeah, what Jordan just said in chat is what I did, and he's right.
No, he's wrong. It was 666B.
Yeah, but I
Wait a
looked it up.
second. AMS KA for the best Oki? In what world is
Yeah.
that better Oki than KK? The KK Oki is definitely better.
But damage.
But that's not what Incendiate said. He said best
Alright.
combo cuz Oki.
Well, Jordan lied.
It's time to end this.
So therefore he's wrong.
Is this how he like always does so well these online tournaments? Because he's cultivating a group of people to believe in his lies?
Yep.
Probably.
Ooh. Kwong is minus 12.
No!
Oh no.
What was that?
That was the sound of me dying. Alright, cool. I mastered being 1. I got Kwong back for him mashing 3B earlier.
Because 4B tip force blocks rather than being minus 12. Well, yeah, if the person blocks it, but obviously that's not the goal here. The goal is to get a situation where you put your opponent in a position where they can get hit. And they have to take a guess. I disagree with Incendiate. It is not a better situation. KK is a fantastic situation.
It's probably better now because of KA. 4AA is no longer.
It'll be a lot
KO.
better once you leave. That's when we'll know.
White Super and AA actually reach at tip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does any Amy player do it? No.
Yeah, I'd rather just go for...
That's Yomi level 17,000 when it's like, why not just do Yomi level like 2? And it does just as well.
Watch and learn.
Other way, Kwong.
Focus and release.
I think it's just
Okay.
safe to assume that nobody knows how to get out of that.
Very few people do, like Jordan.
It's very
That's about
difficult.
Alright, we're stopping this.
Ballsy bet. Is that 4?
For one to
Yeah, that's far.
I'm upset. How dare you steal that from Kwong?
I had Seth with 4B, White Super, and he was like, I've never died to this before.
No, he 1-8'd me. It's okay, I couldn't do anything much there anyway.
You know what? Those 1As are legit.
They're actually legit. He's actually just countering me. And
Well,
plus,
yeah,
they're-
if an Amy player, and this is something that not a lot of people do against Amy yet, when you see Amy just dancing around with like parry stances and stuff like that, you can just choose whatever fucking hit level you want. And honestly, even if it's slow, it's frankly a better option, because that way, even if you were like, as the Amy player, if you're juggling through your stances and then suddenly you see your opponent, like, doing something, unless you hard read it, you're not going to be able to get the parry out in time.
Nope. I'm sorry, Kwong.
What event was this? A first to 10 or something? This is a first to 5, and yes, it is going on right now. But yeah, this is just until 2 o'clock. I'm doing an open Parsec lobby of first to 5s. Whomever wants to join can join.
I don't know what I read. Oh, I read it, totally.
I did that to him once too. It was funny.
That was hot.
Fearless.
Oh man, it was so much Pogio.
So much poggers.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
I didn't go into stance. I'm mashing. Oh no.
Had enough.
Rip Kong.
Ew. You're an asshole.
And release.
I got the lethal hit. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said you're an asshole. You specifically dropped your entire Oki to do it, and then he activated Soul Charge, and you did it again. How much more damage is that than a regular 2-2B combo? Like 20?
I think
It's 80. Yeah, it's our usual combo is around 67. That one is like 87.
Hell yeah.
You're supposed to do KA there, aim as KA instead of 4BB, but I always forget.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And it's similar damage?
Yes, exact same damage.
Oh.
It's just like the 3B route.
En passant.
Yo, Kwang blocks those.
I'm gonna write this down. Because I don't think I knew that.
I'm mashing. Alright, I died.
These techniques breathe life into me.
This is as far as you go.
Middle.
Yeah, how did I
Ah.
find that out, Jordan? I don't know. Who knows who told me that?
Here.
I think you figured that out yourself.
Yeah, I think I did.
I mean, if it's gonna be a matter of trying to like rag on CJ because so much of his stuff is stolen from other people, I wouldn't have anything else to talk about. I would just have to be constantly talking.
I've never stolen anything.
Yeah. Definitely not from me.
Definitely not.
You've stolen my outfits.
No, I've never done that.
Yes, yeah.
Demon.
I
And
gave
my
you the
curse.
formula, and then you took it.
I steal
agree
your
with
outfit.
Wolf.
I steal your outfits and Linkor steals mine. It's an endless cycle.
Alright, so that's 5, right?
Yeah.
If you could do me a favor and go back out to main menu, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, don't
Dratheon.
fucking ruin it like you did last time.
I swear.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I swear, man. I will get red roses first round, and I'll get all 4, and I'll perfect someone, and then I'll lose that game, and then I'll be down 2 rounds with 1 rose, and I'll somehow pull it out of my ass. I don't know what it is, but I can't win when I'm ahead, and I win when I'm behind.
Pressure situations.
Ooh, Dre, you got like a little icon. That's cool.
A little icon?
Yeah, and your when I was accepting your invite, you had like a something
Yeah,
other than
it's-
just the Parsec symbol.
This is a lot of fun.
Oh,
Kwong.
profile picture.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is a lot of fun. Like, I actually, like, in that set, like, it makes it so much easier to be able to just react to things. Oh my god, I love Parsec.
When you at the very end there, when you did a mid parry on Taki CE, I was like, oh man, I didn't even know that was possible. And then I was like, oh wait, I used to do that all the time. I totally forgot that was like a thing that's frankly not that difficult at all.
Online's ruined you.
It really has. I don't go for the like off of combos. I don't go for like the full crouch A plus B anymore. I just go for like the typical red rose because the full crouch A
Yeah.
plus B is just gonna whip all the time.
That's why I'm
When
afraid
I'm-
of offline coming back.
When I am online, I never do 3B slide A full crouch A plus B online. I will never do it. But on Parsec, I'll almost always do it because I usually have. I'll never drop it. Oh shit, he's setting the CPU. He knows.
Why? What?
You always set the CPU to legendary. no
Why?
matter what. It's just it's law. It's law.
It's not law though. We just had 2 full sets where that wasn't the case, and no
And
one's
those-
arrested.
And those sets were null.
What? No, from what? There are no repercussions
the
here.
police.
CJ, don't forget you have to change your buttons again because you switched sides.
Pain makes people
I think I did. Let's see.
I know that's what
Yeah,
I
I
just said.
Here. I only changed like 1 button. my controls are basically like the normal controls. I just go to type A, press triangle, and then grab the A plus K.
Me, I have to do a whole lot of stuff.
So much stuff, yeah. Because you said your block's like L1.
Yeah, normally that's the only thing I have to change. But then in SE6, they fucked everything up.
Yep.
Now I have to have like this A plus B thing over here. My X button can't be G button, except I think it can be now, but when the game first came out, they didn't allow the same button to be bounded twice, which I found
Right.
very frustrating, and it took so long for them to fix it that I just got used to that. Ugh. Oh!
Who am I fighting, by the way?
You're fighting Dratheon.
Oh, Dre.
Yeah, Theon. Dre still plays Nightmare? Nice. Yeah, it's tough for me to believe that the character who would become less attractive at this point.
Nightmare is very clearly the
I
worst
guess
character.
I'll play Nightmare now. I don't know.
If we're going off the Nightmare downplay I saw on Twitter today, then yeah.
Nightmare
He's
has
right.
no way of dealing with Stepdog.
Yep. I don't know.
Hashtag Philly Firemelons.
Oh, bad punish.
Why would you play a character that has one of the worst SCs in the game?
Yep.
This is true.
What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. Hey, put me in Who Am I After? So, we've got this match with Dre and CJ. Then after that, we've got Tomahawk. And then after that, we've got you. Just in case you haven't been on here yet. Yeah, take a look at that link that was just from the Nightbot thing. Make sure your settings are matched up to that. And then send a request to NY Caliber. And then we'll get you in there.
This fucking Amy privilege.
Well, what do you do? I missed it.
Tech crowd true.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'm tech crouching.
Ooh, why would you VGI there?
Don't ask me. Fuck, I didn't punch that. I used to be able to 6-6B, crash crabs. I never can do it anymore. I suck at it now.
6-6B? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I used to be able to do it. I can't do it
way.
anymore.
No way would I ever be able to do that.
How's it feel getting old, CJ?
You turned into Woody Allen there for a little minute. Does anybody know who Woody Allen is?
I think if I ever mentioned I was old, I think I mentioned I was old in the other day, and Boomstat, and he shot me immediately for saying that.
Yeah. Speaking of getting shot,
Damn Zoomer.
it'll always make me laugh whenever I think about that moment where guys is like, yeah, I'm just about to turn 18. No longer a child. Officially no longer a child. And everyone's just like, bah! Someday I want to have a legitimate conversation with him. Just be like, this is what it means to be an adult. You know how you're like confused
This
about
is what
everything?
it means to be a
This is
warrior.
what it means to be a guy who has interest in ceramic tiling. What it really means to be an adult is, you know how Geist is confused about everything all the time? Adulting is like that, except you don't actually tell anybody you're confused, and you pretend like you know what you're doing.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
Oh, that was risky.
I think you have to take risk.
It's hella worth it, yeah. It's scary.
I think the best bet is to just take risk against this whole charge,
Yeah.
and just sometimes you gotta just let it go. Go into the AGAs or the 6As, because I think a lot of Nightmare players, they love to go for highs, and then you get slapped by 6 BBP for 80 damage sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost as if another Amy with a beer player told you that.
Yeah, I don't know who told me that. Be a shame if one day I find out.
Especially in it'd be a shame if you ever end up finding out that Pandora's box. I just spam GSKK. Yeah. But then you're just like going into it and potentially whiffing.
Oh my god, do me please!
Not gonna lie, it's kind of satisfying watching Nightmare just like slam his sword down on top of Amy when she's tech crouching.
Wow, okay.
Jesus.
Everybody's got their kink, I guess.
Jesus.
I don't like you, Beardly.
So vitriolic. I don't know what else he's saying there, and I like that I don't.
Oh, I can tell you what he actually says, but I'll leave it.
Nah, I think it's better if I just think he's going despair.
Okay.
It's just like, you know, the something something dark side Family Guy thing. Devour this pair.
Devour this pair. I still think to this day that when Tilda does 3KA, she is saying random slice to this day. I still
Yeah,
think
that's what I think.
she goes, random slice. It's just like, what? What?
I don't know if you
What?
ever played SE5, but Patroclus, I think when he used 3B in certain spots, he would say "Why you?" But I've listened to it and I've listened to it and I've listened to it, and there is no way he's saying anything other than "fuck you." When he
I
does
still
it.
think Cat's Full Crusher also sounds like that.
Yeah.
She goes, when she, it's like she says bold move, I think, or something like that, but I hear "fuck you." It's like,
Yeah, I just
That's not even
every
close.
sound.
I know they don't sound at all like, but I hear it. I don't know.
And of course, Beardly here and I remember in Third Strike when Yun is about to start the match, he says, "Slap that condom on."
Yep.
That is 100% what he says.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you haven't heard it, there's no way you would
Yeah.
disagree with us.
No.
that
I know what you guys
condom
are
on?
talking about. Oh, I
Being
keep
from
checking there.
King of Fighters, Kim would say something interesting like that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Awaits us all.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but it was something along the lines of slap that condom on.
Oh my god!
God, AMSA plus B is such a good bet to take in those situations. Sometimes you get royally fucked up for it, but man, oh man.
When it hits,
You're right.
it's good.
God, that's so much damage.
They said that she needs to do a CE's worth of damage with
Yep.
it, so
Fortunately, it's
Uh,
time to
I don't know.
I was able to counter it, confirm it there. Oh,
Counter hit confirmed for AAA?
I just did it there, yeah.
That's
This can actually-
unbelievable to me.
I actually did
As,
it there.
as in, I don't believe you.
I actually did
That
counter it,
doesn't even
confirm
have
it
to
there.
do with online. That just has to do with I don't understand the counter hit system in this game at all.
Lately, I've been trying to hit confirm 6SB. Link showed me that one. I was like, okay, this is hard, but it's actually possible to do it. You can actually hit.
Why is 6xb difficult to counter hit confirm?
No, hit confirm. Like 6SB. When you hit a 6SB, do 6SBA.
Oh, yeah, no.
That shit is. I've been doing it lately. I'm like, this is hard as
I've
fuck.
been,
but
I've
it's
been trying to
actually
do
possible.
that since SE4. No, there's no way.
It's hard as fuck.
I was gonna say, Jay, you need to get younger, but then I remembered
No,
your
this
reaction
is
was that good
this is
anyway.
this is the thing that I've always told everybody. Is like it's funny to make the joke of like, oh, Jay's old, he has bad reactions. I've always had bad reactions. That has nothing to do with my age. Is the
It's a
CE
thing-
glitch on this map still there? The Amy one where they just get like rocketed away as if like the character disappears? CJD now?
I think they removed it. I don't know. I actually don't know if it's still in the game. It's never happened to me, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never actually seen it in a real match. Just the clips that we saw from however long ago that was.
Fuck. Quaking terror.
I'm just assuming what he's saying is Quake is terrible, which I'm inclined to agree. Stop re-GIing OCJ. It's
I
not...
died there. It was a 50-50. I died there.
But I mean to say that it's not, like, that large of a G... Like, it doesn't really matter if he GIs that or not. I just don't... I don't know.
True. True. I'm definitely GIing too much.
It's time.
Just in that spot, you're okay. Like, it's not a big GI.
Lee is right.
We might be, we might have a special guest coming in just a little
Oh,
while.
shit. Oh shit.
I will keep.
I'm not that special.
Oh,
Oh hey!
hey!
Hello, everyone.
I don't know who you are.
Wow. Yeah, okay. Bye.
Bow,
Bye.
bow, 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 bow. When you say bye, you just like kick him out.
Not to lose.
Okay,
Wait,
bye.
no. That was toward the Talon thing. No.
But yeah, everything's going pretty well. We probably have a queue, depending on how the first to fives go, that will last for the rest of the hour that we
shit.
have
Okay.
left. We met our donation goal, so we won't have to go out of pocket for the extended server costs and stuff like that. Things are going well.
$60. Holy crap. Is that? I'm looking at your stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks,
Awesome.
very, very special thanks again to Carball, to Beerly, to Dre, and to Vesper for the additional support. And also thanks very much to the people who raided before as well.
So, here's the real.
No, he did it.
Oh. How negative is her 6k? If you mean Amy's 6k? Is that what you're
No.
talking about?
Softbots is talking about Talon. It's -14.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to, like, in between sets, like, try changing the server? Because you
Oh,
know,
so
I-
for Tommy? How difficult is that? That doesn't sound very difficult, does it?
it's not difficult, and I think because like because looking at who's on here, like, you know, for Dratheon it'll be a big difference.
But how does it feel for you now, right now, Dre?
Fine. Typical 4-bar.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for the matches later we definitely should use Ohio.
For the War of the Roses thing?
Iowa, sorry. Yeah, for War of the Roses. But I also think that for right now, while people are getting used to timing, it would make sense to
Yeah,
do
sure.
just
The
a-
the other people, the next person we have after this is Tomahawk coming in, so obviously it's going to be a pretty big difference for him. And Asionic was after that. I don't know where Asionic is, but he just said in chat that it would make a big difference for him as well.
He's West
so,
Coast.
Well, if he's West Coast, then there you go. So yeah, I definitely think that the Iowa thing would be the way to go.
Yeah. It should take a couple of minutes at most.
Yeah. And if we're just gonna have that server for War of the Roses anyway, if anything,
Right.
that would cut down on the time it takes to go from the open lobby to the actual sets and stuff.
Right, yeah. That's kind of when we were talking about this before, I was kind of like, yeah, we should probably just start with Iowa. But, you know, by the time I thought of that, it was like, you know, way after. we
Yeah,
were
I
done,
guess
so
because the
I
thing of
didn't
it
say
was,
anything.
I wasn't 100% sure how much attention the open lobby stuff would get, and so frankly, I was a little bit worried that it was effectively just going to turn into Evan and me just playing for the entire
fucking
time,
around,
in
yeah.
which case, you know, we'll just stick with with the Virginia one for
Okay.
obvious reasons. But
Oh.
yeah.
How did it go? Since we're now at like 3 hours in at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be going well. There's a good amount of viewers and everything. What's the score right now?
I
Score
actually-
is 2-2.
2-2? Okay.
2-2, that was 2-1.
It just said
No,
2-2,
no,
so
no.
nah.
It's
Oh,
2-2.
yeah, I'm behind on the stream today. Yes, it is 2-2.
What? I've never seen that happen.
As I saw Nightmare going in the air, I was like, yeah, that's the right option. But no, it wasn't.
Oh, I can't wait to see whatever this is.
Well, it probably already happened.
Yeah.
But, yeah, CJ did the high parry A, which has that little backswing. Nightmare did the jump kick, which has the hitbox of the gods. And
Yeah,
it
I'm
wasn't
surprised
enough.
it missed. Yeah.
And but it's important to note that not only did it miss, but it's a pretty big miss because he's in the air for the high parry A, which means it does significantly more damage.
Nice.
Cool, cool.
That was a good option.
Crouch grabs against Amy are very underrated.
Oh, you have red.
Oh yeah, who is Kwong fighting again?
Crazy Jay.
Great, yeah.
Ivy player.
Okay, yes,
He's one of the
Iowa.
captains, so it'll be captain versus captain. And then for Rastok and Yoshimitsu the Sixth, let me see if I can call, because Rastok specifically messaged me about this, wanting to set up this set against Yoshi the Sixth. And I'm trying to see why he wanted to do that.
Jay, I got a question while you're doing that. Are you connected to Parsec while all this is going on?
Yes.
Okay, so don't do that. The deal is that every client connected to the Parsec host increases the latency that everyone feels by a little bit.
It would be increasing the downtime between sets if I have to reconnect each time, though, right?
That's what you got to do.
Okay. Does disconnecting right now going to affect the match that they have at the moment?
I try to do it while they're on a loading screen or something because it might have a slight visual artifact for them, but it won't shouldn't affect timing or anything.
What beef could they possibly have? He wants a run back versus me after he faced my Mina. It was like 10-1 or 2 if I remember a couple of weeks ago. So just something about like an online set that didn't go very well for one of them, and they want to try and settle it in a more serious fashion. But that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy having on here. What's the best way for me to get out of, just to close out the client?
You can do that, but what I recommend doing is making sure you know the keybind for disconnect and then just hitting it. Like, I have mine set to a specific, like a custom thing.
Okay, well, considering the fact that I don't have that, what do you think?
Just Control Shift, Control Alt tilde, I believe is the default.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me when you're good, Jay.
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
Good to go.
But yeah, you just have to connect and reconnect. It shouldn't be that much of an overhead to connect and then disconnect. It doesn't take very long to establish a connection.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
I am going to go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. This is also one of the nice things about these open lobbies, is I don't necessarily have to be here the whole time.
Nope.
You know what? I'm gonna go get lunch, so I'll catch you later.
Nobody, thanks again very much
you later,
for the
Evan.
donation, Evan. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Have a good one, man.
Nobody make fun of me while I'm leaving.
Make fun of him.
Don't, no.
Jay
Don't
doesn't
do
know how
it.
to do wall combos.
And now we have to say a bunch of bad things about Jay.
All right, what are your things?
I can't think of any. He's a pretty good guy. His beard is silly.
His beard is pretty silly. His beard is pretty silly. Taki's SC2 theme is so good.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
I agree with that.
It's such a good song.
Though, of course, talking about themes that Taki is associated with, my favorite is from Soul Edge.
I actually don't know what our Soul Edge theme is.
Future Dancing.
Oh, Future Dancing?
It's so good. I love it.
Oh, I'm dead. Stay down. Fuck, man. Fuck, I fell for that.
Get swept.
Yep. Fuck. Oh. What the? What the? What was that?
That was so weird. I've never seen that happen.
It's wide open.
I'm back.
Jay, you just missed it. I did Amy 6's B, and I did 6's BB, and the last part whiffed.
Ah.
I've never seen that happen. He was
Damn,
just,
and that's the
staying
thing
done.
that they actually buffed, right? So that the Rose would virtually never miss.
Yeah. I've never seen that happen though. Fuck. Holy shit, I blocked Nightmare 1A.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this. Take this. En passant.
You know who would be another good character to try to get to S rank? Sophie.
Oh my god.
That tech trap, yo. Holy shit. Look
That
how
was
much
really
damage you
funny.
took on that tech
Why-
trap. That was like half
why is-
life.
Why is that a tech trap? I don't understand how that works.
It wasn't a combo. It wasn't a combo.
I don't know, man. Looked
I
pretty
tried to
solid to me.
I tried to step, so I was like, okay.
Right,
this
if
is-
you
he
guess
messed up.
incorrectly on the tech trap, you're gonna get fucked. We're saying the same thing.
Hey. Alright, Jay. Give it to me.
Alright, what's the score now? 3-3?
3-4.
Yeah, 3-4.
We're doing a first to 5?
Yeah, I figure first to 5s were fine.
Battle 1. Fight. Now watch.
So, Mr. Sabin Deus,
Hello.
when it comes to situations where I would potentially be playing on the Parsec server, is that going to cause any potential issues?
Oh my god, I was enraged.
I don't like. Okay, this is all very dependent on things that, you know, your PC, your internet connection,
Which way the wind's blowing?
all that. Yeah, like it pretty much, to be honest. Like the internet, fucking fickle, man.
Yeah.
So conceivably, if you are streaming while you are trying to play on Parsec, it is not impossible that if, for you ended up like having to drop a packet because your upstream was maxed at that time, right? That's possible. With you having FiOS, it's unlikely.
Yeah, well, I was playing Beardly at the beginning of this stream, and it felt pretty good. You know, it felt,
Yeah.
what you would kind of expect. Also, Lee, I just saw your message. How about I put you tentatively in case we still have time? But yes, we already have a queue of 2 additional first to 5s after this one is finished, and chances are by then it'll be at 2, and then we'll get fully set up for War of the Roses. Coupled with the time that after this we're gonna start going over to the Iowa one anyway. But yeah, I'll put you tentatively in.
I'm sad because I was kind of hoping to pop in, but it seems like this got so popular that I'm not going to get the chance.
Yeah,
to.
it's a shame. Okay, so I think what we're going to have to do is, if we're going to do this again, and I think that we should, it definitely seems like we got a lot of positive attention for it, maybe not necessarily start as early, because I ended up getting Inferno, and then, there weren't a whole lot of people at the beginning, and so, it was Beardly here and I just dicking around for quite a good chunk of time beforehand. So, we just cut it down to the point where it seems like people are like we were to start at noon or 11:30 or something like that. Then
So it wasn't popular the entire time you were live. It was only like
it was
in the
very
past
similar to what
hour.
happens in it's very similar to what happens during the typical War of the Roses streams. It just takes a while for people to show up. Got it.
I need more. Oh no! Wow,
No.
that was a good option.
Get horsed.
Get horsed.
Get horsed.
Get fucked.
Nah, what
Get
you need
horsed.
to say is
Similar.
you're clearly horsing around here.
Oh shit.
Wow,
Wow.
that was a hell of
Bonk.
a hitbox.
Unfortunately, it's time to end this.
Stay down.
Can I have the Virginia and Iowa servers running at the same time?
There's a couple of like technically yes. There's a couple of issues.
Well, I just
They
mean in
have the
terms of, like,
same-
once we're finished with this, right? Should I wait for the Virginia one to close down before I start running up the Iowa one? Or can I run up the Iowa one, something like now, and then close down the Virginia one when necessary?
Yeah, it should be fine. The issue that there's a few things that I'm thinking about. One
Damn,
is that they
damn, he clutched that. Nice. GG's.
is that 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then we should just shut it down now. The issue is that they have the same name for the Parsec host, and they have a DNS updater that they will fight with each other for control of the DNS, and that it just will make everything take longer in the end. It's not like there's no danger or anything.
Is it the same name that they have to send a friend request to, NY Caliber?
Well, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to check, because I actually haven't started up that server in a while, and they are clones of each other, but it's like that, how you have the clones and then they diverge and one of them becomes evil, and it's like that.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to go check on that machine and see what Parsec account it's signed into even, but it's easy to fix.
How do I leave?
Leave what?
Control Alt and then
Tilde.
I forgot Tilde.
Control Alt Tilde.
Tilde. I always forget the name of it.
Control Alt Hilda? What?
Yeah. For some reason, like, people
Backtick.
who know that phrase just always assume that everybody knows it, and I've never heard of it before.
It's the name of the character.
Cool, but
it's
also
next
there's a
to-
lot of other names for a lot of other things, and I didn't know about it.
It should be in the upper left of your keyboard.
Is it
to the-
beside the one?
Yeah, it's beside
Yeah,
the
the little
one.
squiggly.
Yes.
Oh, the squiggly, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The about thing, like around.
Let's see.
That is called a tilde, for anyone who did not know.
I'm calling it a Hilda, fuck it.
Yeah, you might as well. Alright. Virginia down, Iowa up. It does look like I'm gonna need a different link for VLC though.
No, I mean it's not running yet.
Oh, okay.
So like if you it's not you're not gonna be able to just connect to it immediately. Remember we had to like start it up in OBS and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The instance is running, but I still have to stream it and stuff.
Right. I also don't see it on Parsec yet, so
Yeah.
we just got to give it a minute, or alternatively, if it is screwed
Technically,
up in
the
some
one
way.
above is not a backtick; it is a grave accent.
Yeah, so grave
Carball's
accent
being
is what it's
serious,
called.
and Carball's being very serious about that. He's being gravely serious about it.
No, it's grave accent is what it is if it's a like a diacritic on top of an existing character. Backtick is a what is it? I don't want to say it's a programming term, but it's like a like this is the it's a character name for non Latin languages, like outside of the whole like human spoken language thing. It's like the name of the character.
By the way, Tommy,
the glyph, the name of the glyph. That's what I mean.
Tommy / King Salmon / Tomahawk. Let me know that you're alive and that you're ready to go once we get this server up and running. If not, Asionic, if you could let me know that you're alive as well. Once we're getting things going, I just want to make sure that we're able to get the next match up as soon as we can.
I just wanted to say GG's, and I'm gonna head out. So I
Thank
will
you,
talk to
CJ.
everyone
Where the
later.
fuck you think you're going?
Hey. As the winner of the set, it is important to note that Dre does have CJ as his slave for the next 5 hours. It was a first to 5, 5 hours.
how that works?
That's how it's.
works.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean? Wait, does
Right.
that mean Quang's my slave for the next 5 hours? If we're going off this?
Oh shit! And so the cycle continues. Death, the worst kind of dystopia future. Oh, what's going on?
Jay, let me tell you what
Alright, I'll
happened.
talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, CJ.
Let me tell you what happened though, because like this is why I wanted to be here for this, because the VM launched just fine, but the Parsec session from whenever the last time I launched this fucking VM had expired, so I connected with remote desktop, and it was just like, I can't log in, fuck you, so I'm fixing it.
So this is just something that happened as an internal error on
This
your
is like,
side.
no. This is let me explain. Right, let's say you logged into Parsec and then you shut your computer down for like 7 months, right? And you start it back up. It probably wouldn't still be logged into Parsec. See what I mean?
Right, but what I mean to say that when it comes to practical application, there's nothing that I can do on this side. It has to be done internally on your side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I could show you how to do it, but it's way more complicated than the stuff I already showed you how to do.
XX Masu XX, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
You see it now, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So, okay. Let's see if Jay knows which way the wind blows. Friend request, Tomahawk, yes. Soul Flats with the 200 bits. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate it. Okay. Handful of
I'm
things
watching you.
we have to do. Number one.
Okay. You know what I did on
What
this
happened?
machine? I actually did set it up to launch at startup, so it should be good.
Oh, so, so that part's already done.
Yeah, actually, so also, remember I was talking about clones and divergence? Let me check something real quick.
Remember how I was talking about the
Yep.
singularity and how we're all going to die eventually anyway, so it's a matter of doing this and that?
So on this one, Untitled is the one you want, and RTMP is the one that's... I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah,
Divergence. Isn't that like a 5-book like kind of thing? Remember when I was talking about? So I want to go with RTMP this time.
No. It's actually Untitled on this one.
Okay, so I don't want to go with RTMP on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
So after that, all it is just loading up the game, right?
Yeah, we gotta click start streaming, and that's it. Oh yeah, that too.
Well, that's part of the game.
Let's hope that doesn't screw up. Because
Making
it's been
breakfast,
offline
get
for-
me so sorry. No problem. Asionic, are you here? Will you like to play against Raytheon? Ooh, a Nightmare Mirror. This will be fun. Fuck.
Can I get a round in before we go to the first to 5? I just kind of want to like.
Hey man, this is your
Check it
stuff, so you can do whatever the goddamn
Yes,
hell
I do
you want.
technically own all this.
Yeah,
rent.
that is
whatever.
fine by me. Also, let's see if
Yeah,
the
I'm
network
gonna-
stream is working on it now.
I'm gonna exert executive privilege to cut the line,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then we'll get Asionic in.
Fantastic. So is the stream picking this up? It is. Okay. So for your name, instead of doing Save and Deus, should I just say, like, Deus the Master, or... Fuck, I didn't think I'd be up so early, lol, I'm in a league match. Well, that is totally fine. Save and Deus will be going... Tell you what, to both Tommy and Asionic, let me know when you guys are ready. If I don't hear from you once Save and Deus has done his piece, then Lee, if you're still here and feel like you want to try and get in under the gun, by all means.
Yeah.
So go like that. Now we have to make sure that Dre, so Save and Deus is already in here. Dre, if you'd like to send a request our way for the NY Caliber, there you are. Put it back into the game. Are you sure you want to proceed? I am. And then hopefully everything will be copacetic. SE6 sucked to me. Trey says, SE6 sucks for me too. No, you're not the only one, Goonsy. I do this because I'm very bored during COVID times, and I need something to do, coupled with the fact that I've been playing this game for a very long time, and I don't have a lot else going in my life, dude. But the game was just, has left a bad taste in my mouth, I'm afraid. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to close out of Parsec. There we are.
Whatever, I love this game.
Yeah, but did you play any of the other ones competitively?
Not competitively. I
Can
played
choose.
one SC5 tournament. I believe it was
In a
Evo
dream I had.
No, this is real.
Oh.
It was Evo, I want to say 2014 or 2015, because it wasn't
Right.
a main stage game. It was
Sure,
like a
sure,
side
sure.
tournament. And I got my ass kicked by Itabashi, actually.
Itabashi Zangief.
Yeah, he
wait,
asked
hold
her
on.
off to my face.
Hold on, I'm getting a bit of skipping on my VLC. Last time this happened, when I reconnected, everything was fine. Let me just
Yeah, try that.
double check to see if that's gonna remedy the situation.
Let's go.
Actually, let me also check here. This looks good. How much bandwidth were we using? Holy shit.
Alright, I'm
Sorry,
not really
Dre,
seeing any skipping on... Oh, the second I said something.
Damn, Dre, is this worse for you? Holy crap.
I don't know.
That's very... I'm just looking at your latency, and it looks like... I don't know what it was for the Virginia server. This looks really high. Holy crap. Alright, let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
What changes are you guys making?
What we did was we started up the server in Iowa.
Huh.
It's like
Oh.
geographically closer.
Ian, with regards to the tournament that you were talking about, Tommy just said that was the one that we put on. That was fun. I miss my old friends who helped organize those. Yeah, there's a lot of... You want to talk about grassroots. There's a lot of stuff, especially in the West Coast, where they don't have Big E, especially during SC5. They didn't have Big E, so therefore there was nothing going on. If I remember correct, I don't remember. I think it was NorCal Regionals. Soul Calibur was supposed to be a game, and then it didn't even get to be like a side game. They just didn't have it at that place. So instead, what they did was they just hosted a Soul Calibur tournament in a hotel room, and the amount of entries they got beat like a handful of the side games that were actually part of the event, which I thought was fantastic. Yeah, the West Coast, you know, there's a lot of talk about, like, you know, which side is the best coast, and I think that the East Coast definitely has the strongest concentration of players. But to be completely honest, and I feel like this is something that doesn't get talked about a lot, during the time when SE5 was a quote-unquote dead game, where it wasn't really getting any support from the developers themselves, and they were doing stuff like patchy slot games and whatever the fuck, something that I really love is the fact that Big E, the person who runs NEC and Summer Jam, April Annihilation, Winter Brawl, and he helps out with a whole lot of other East Coast stuff too, has always been a gigantic champion of the Soul Calibur community. I don't know if I would be in the community were it not for him, and I know a lot of other people on the East Coast feel the same way. So the fact that we had somebody like that championing our game along with a handful of other relatively obscure games, I think definitely helped us out in comparison to the West Coast, which never, as far as I mean, Tommy can disagree with me or not, but you know, if I end up being wrong, but for the most part, just didn't have any kind of support on the West Coast, and so not a surprise that the East Coast has like a significantly higher concentration of good players, because we had people to play with, and it was, you know, a much different kind of environment. A lot of it was me and a few other players. Exactly, a few other players. Now, yeah, sure, our players help out in certain things, but we have actual TOs that are dedicated entirely into doing that. Exit Wounds the Return? Jesus Christ. How about no? The last thing we need is another toxic guy like that. I ran all
I mean,
the
it didn't feel any different.
Wow, that's so weird. Vegas is a crazy place, I guess.
Yes, unfortunately.
I think it'll make a big difference for Rastalk at the very least.
Everything that
And Crazy J.
And Crazy J, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, just very interesting.
So why don't I call it? I feel like I definitely have enough time for one more first to 5. I know that Tommy's doing something and Asionic is doing something, but clearly we had enough good attention for these kinds of things where I'll probably be doing these in the future, given Savin Deus' consent. And so I'm sure that we'll have another opportunity to do these kinds of things, but for now, out of Asionic and King Salmon and Less Than Lee, the very first person who tells me that they're available will get to be in another first to 5 once this one is finished. And then after that, we'll probably start setting things up for War of the Races. Watch now, none of them contact me. Oof. Yeah, you gotta expect that kind of thing against Evil Killers.
I still can't remember what year it was when I played there, but I think I had gone to Evo once before. It was in a different hotel from the first time I was there, and then, like, I can't talk and play at the same time.
it's not very easy, right? Shit's difficult. Tommy, is breakfast still being made, or do you feel like being in the last first to 5 that I have available time for? Once I got promoted to work, everything fell apart, yeah. Wow, humble brag. Oh, Mega XEN knows who Exowounds is. We all know who, unfortunately, know who Exowounds is. The SC5 community was a very small, isolated place, and so we all kind of know who the players were, both good and bad. Is he dead?
Oh, I'm super dead.
Okay. Is it too late for me to join a lobby? Yes and no, because we do have a few other people in the queue, but haven't heard from any of them.
Yeah, don't put your quarter up and then leave, jerks.
Oh, Asionic says that he is ready, so if you guys are cool with it, Ian, if you're cool with it, Asionic can be...
Alright, after this match.
Yeah, sure. Asionic, make sure that you send a friend request to NY Caliber, and then you'll be playing against Ray. And then for the others, Tommy and Lee, once I do another one of these streams, not sure when it's going to be, I will make sure that you'll have some semblance of, like, higher priority if you're around next time.
Ah.
Who remembers Ufmatic? He's still around. He didn't die.
Didn't he?
Hey Dre, why do you go into that stance and then into soul attack in that situation? Is that the only way to get into soul attack?
No, it's just a lot of damage, and it's plus.
It does more damage were it to be in that stance?
Yes, because if you do monument first and then soul attack, because of break attack, does more damage.
Oh, okay.
Also, I don't think an immediate soul attack would work.
Too far away.
That and it's too fast. You did. I mean, you probably could step first and then.
Sure. Okay.
Well, that went as I expected.
Interesting data gathering, though.
I shall not lose.
So yeah, Asionic, you can now send a request to NY Caliber, and we'll get you in here for the last first to 5 before War of the Roses starts.
Alright, I disconnected to let you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's another friend request there too. I don't know who that is. Might be someone
Ooh,
for
it's
this. Might
legit.
be. Oh, you know what? He might have signed up for
That's a free player.
for NY Caliber tonight. So
Yeah, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
speaking of which, I should tweet about that and tell people, hey,
It's
we're
actually
doing
happening.
it.
Yeah.
Can I sign up for that, Smile?
I mean, yeah, of course.
Cool. I might do it.
It will be on this server predominantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be on the Virginia one, but
Oh, okay. Well, Trey said they were about the same, so.
yeah, I'm so confused by that. It's
Yeah,
so
Asionic, you
weird.
can send one to NY Caliber. You were good to go.
You have to go to connect to Stream Station. That's the important bit.
There might have been a difference on paper, but it didn't feel like there was one.
Yeah, that I looking at the numbers, just like, cause okay, so here's an example, right? I connected to the what was it? Amazon's servers in Oregon, which, you know, obviously that's like further north than you, but you know, it's further away. And my latency to that was about 60 milliseconds. Yours to Iowa, which is way far west of New York, is 80 milliseconds.
That makes no sense.
I'm just there's got to be a lot of really bad routes between your ISP and Google's data centers, which is so bizarre. Or maybe like last mile issues. It could be last mile issues. I could see that. Just crazy stuff. I don't know. Listen, guys, the internet's fucking bananas.
Yep.
I mean, typically it's like wires and electricity, but it depends on your part of the United States.
Actual fruit buried in the ground, carrying light from point to point. Bananas.
Which sucks because they decay to such a incredibly fast degree.
Exactly. Yeah. King Salmon says definitely last mile issues. I would completely believe that, honestly. Like, especially in Vegas in the desert, like, yeah, I believe it. 100%. Though one interesting thing that made me like sort of not think that it was last mile issues is that his latency was pretty damn stable. It was only fluctuating by at most 1 millisecond. So probably not a lot of drops, not a lot of like weird getting punted somewhere. Very, very interesting result.
Dre, presumably your player 1.
Yep.
How do you feel about this matchup?
Even at most.
Nah. At least one that you're comfortable with. I find it really funny that when Setsuka gets hit out of that one just frame, it's like, there she blah blah! Alright, well, I got definite confirmations from the first two players, so at the very least we'll have half a stream. Kwang was here playing earlier. I can't imagine he's from. Last time I talked to Crazy J was last night. He seemed like he was ready to go. I feel fully confident that everything will be okay.
I don't know, man. There was this one time that
Yeah.
Kwang was present for the first part of something, and then we asked him to come back later in something, and then he took a nap.
I remember this vividly now. At first I was like, I'm not entirely sure what he's talking about, but now I'm just like, oh, yes, that is correct. Also haven't heard from our co-commentator.
Who are your commentators?
This time it'll be twice a day. Twice a day we'll be commentating, which I thought would be befitting, considering Raztalk is involved.
Oh, okay.
I've commentated with him in a few things before. Never on one of these streams, though.
Yeah, I've commentated with him a couple times in the Illuminati League.
Yeah.
Well, Twice is a good guy. I enjoy his company.
I haven't at all, not in the cool kid circle. I typically haven't done a lot of West Coast commentators, if only because that's pretty early for you guys. So if I start at 2, what is that?
11.
Yeah. And typically, because it's a fighting game community, I just assume that nobody is up until like, I don't know, 4 or 5 or some shit. On a weekday or weekend. These are all Sundays at 2. If you want to do commentary with me on one of these things, I would very much be happy to have you.
Yeah.
Need to broaden my horizons when it comes to the commentators on this. Alright, heard from Twice, so at the very least we'll have Alistair.
I think 90% of the organization for this is Jay just like randomly poking people in Discord. Hey, you want to do this? So, like,
Or on Twitter,
poke him.
or on Discord, yeah.
Or on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, a variety of different poking around. The coordination and logistics is frankly significantly harder than I thought it was going to be when I first started. It's a lot of work. I dedicate a non-nominal amount of effort every single day between streams to make sure that things are happening. I don't know how many times it's been like, okay, I've got this one. Nope, something came up. Okay, well, I gotta scramble to get this other one. Alright, I want to try and make it interesting. What's the story? Why did I decide to pick these 2 people? And stuff like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But just making sure that I have, what is that? 5 people, 5 specific people that match up in some sort of way thematically when it comes to like the 4 players that are going to be playing and the commentator. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I very much appreciate the amount of donations that we get, so that it keeps going. But yeah, it's frank. Like when I'm finished, like one of these streams, I just melt in a pool of my like blankets and stuff, and just like don't say anything for the rest of the day when we're finished one of these. Because I'm also taking care of like so many other things while this actual stream is happening, right? Like I'm looking at like the Discord stuff just to make sure that anybody is having any sort of issues. The VLC, the VM, Streamlabs, Twitch chat, actually doing commentary while I'm looking at all that stuff, which sometimes really screws up the commentary, which I apologize for, but you know, it's a lot of stuff. And then I give myself about an hour or 2, and then I'm loading them up on YouTube, and then I'm trying to coordinate the next one. I do appreciate the fact that Ian allowed me to be the person who would do this kind of stuff, as I'm sure he got many requests to be a part of his Parsec revolution, so to speak, for
False.
the Soul Calibur community. What? No.
You'd think that, but it turns out not so much.
I could have sworn, but I'm part of that cloud thing. That there's so many different people and stuff who have asked you for help and stuff like that.
Ask me for help,
all that
sure,
stuff.
but no, not like. I think the difference is, you know, asked for help versus asked to partner.
Oh, yeah.
Not the same thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Sometimes I do, in all honesty, get worried that you might feel like I'm taking advantage of you when it comes to
What? No.
me doing on the stream. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel guilty about it.
No. Here's the thing, right? I'm happy to have somewhat of a platform without putting in the work to build that. Because what you've done is you've spent a lot of time streaming to have like followers and Twitch affiliate ship and all that shit. And I am just not willing to put in that effort.
Yeah, but there are other people, even in the Soul Calibur community, that are more popular than I am that you could have partnered up with. And so I very much appreciate the... what am I trying to say? The amount of respect that I feel like you've had for my ability to pull this off.
100% that. That having been said, if anyone else in the Soul Calibur community actually does want to do that, I'm like, I have not heard from them. So, if that's true, and there are other people that want to have this kind of content, you know, assuming I can figure out how to not spread myself too thin, I'd be amenable to talking about it. But trust me, Jay, it's not a lot of people are just saying like, "Hey, Saban, I want to run stuff on Parsec. How do we do that?" It's more like, I want to run my own Parsec thing. What are the proper magic buttons to press? I'm like, there aren't any.
Yeah, I think that when I first talked to you about it, I guess I was under the impression that would be the case. Like when I first talked to you about it, and then when I was given the full breadth of work that it takes to set that kind of stuff up in the same way that you set it up, I realized that I think a partnership would be a lot better, because if I was doing everything that I just talked about, that what I'm doing, coupled with the hardware portion of it, I really don't know if I would have had the time in the week in order to pull something like that off.
Well, see, knowing you, you would have looked at the stuff that's required to make this work on the hardware side and been like, nope, fuck that. And I don't even blame you. This is not trivial amounts of work if you're not.
Well, considering the fact that I've seen virtually everybody else who has tried that fail, yeah.
But like, I'll give an example. Like, I hopefully that's actually, I haven't talked to him quite just yet, but I did promise Chapter that I would give some tips to Florida Man to help with
oh sure, yeah.
testing out. Yeah, like I'll give away my secret right now. The secret is not that I necessarily that I know like all the right things to do. It's that I know how to
troubleshoot
testing methodology.
Yeah.
I know what things to look at. So I'm gonna hopefully get in touch with Jesse and give him some tips on what to look at while testing, and then he can talk to his folks that in the Pacific Northwest and like actually do some like real science, you know. Try and figure out what's going on up there. But that's really it. It's not a huge amount of secrets going on. It's really just mostly scientific research.
Mm-hmm.
What's score, 2-2?
That's what I have.
Okay. I think so. Yeah, I think it's 2-2.
Yeah, it went by too quickly, but I'm pretty sure I've been keeping abreast of it. In terms of time, I feel like this is gonna be right on time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, just segue in.
Oh, Breezy, you had talked about trying to get into the lobby, so we're definitely not going to have time today. But the next time we do this, you along with Tomahawk and Lee, I will give effectively like special priority seeing as how you had asked about it on a previous stream. Soul Calibur community and the FGC at large are blessed with people willing or able to handle the hardware side of these tournaments. Yeah, that's true. Same with the people who are TOs, because they get nothing in return, basically. Pretty neat. Nightmare has a mechanic that lets him be perpetually soul charged on top of always having meter for soul charge. Doing some Philly Firemelons tactics. Wow, that's set up for a back grab? Crazy.
It occurs to me that I actually don't know what Nightmare gets in Soul Charge that isn't also in Night Terror Charge.
Nothing.
Is it really nothing?
No, it's just Night Terror Charge on steroids.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just the ability to chain one Night Terror Charge thing into another.
Right. I thought, wow.
Pseudo similarly to, you know, Aswell Soul Charge. It's just the fact of being able to, like, put yourself from sword into axe, but you're also still in sword. But that being said, he obviously gets, like, the additional, like, break attack pinwheel and power of truth and stuff.
I guess that's why I didn't know what the difference was, because there wasn't one.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, I'm like,
technically speaking,
any
he
move.
gets soul attack.
But which he can do in Soul Charge, regardless.
Yeah. But I mean to say that he wouldn't be able to do that in Night Terror Charge.
Right. He would. I mean, he can do it in Night Terror Charge as long as he's got 1 meter.
He can do it outside of it as well, though.
Yeah.
He also gets a lethal hit. Which lethal hit?
A plus B. Not A plus B, yeah. 6 A plus B, the armor bubble.
Oh, right, yeah, it
course.
turns into a lethal hit. Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Which I guess is a pretty big deal.
Soul Wave.
He gets it off of all of his armor roll. Yeah. Every time I see Nightmare, I'm like, that does so much. Well, that is the idea of the character. gonna go to the bathroom again. I'll be back.
Battle 1. Fight. Battle 2. Fight. Battle 3. Fight.
How unfortunate! Flower petals. This is the work of fate. I merely played my part. You
I have returned.
Welcome back.
One of the nice things of having this, of having these early times for an open lobby and stuff like that is that the millisecond that the War of the Roses streams start, we already have a good chunk of our audience.
That's true.
Wait, this isn't War of the Roses? Not yet. That starts at 2 o'clock, so basically after this first to 5 is over, we'll get everything coordinated and we'll do the first to 10s. Yeah, I like doing these open lobby kind of things, Joker. They're not the cheapest thing in the world, but, you know.
Battle 3. Fight.
all for nothing. Take this. One, two, three. Farewell.
Free K is the best punish that Nightmare can get on Setsuko 1AA. That can't be true.
No, 6 speed.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be going for these kinds of reads. Like, not reads, but...
Timings.
Yeah,
Reaction stuff.
quick regards in a 3-bar connection.
Yeah, it's not going to do well. Oh, I think that was 5, actually.
Ah, whatever. 4 minutes left.
Yeah, I'll just make sure that the others are good to go.
It's so obvious. It's so obvious every time. God damn it. Okay. Yep. Nope. Not doing it anymore. Probably not a good idea to play Setsuga either, but I'm not gonna try them all.
If there was ever a time to try
Who
it
am I
out...
kidding? I'm doing absolutely fucking garbage, but still. Oh yeah, it isn't working. Last one, then is first to 10 time.
Save and do, so you still there?
Yeah.
So, NOBC will definitely be happening today?
Yep.
Alright, so that'll be one of the slides that I use for promotion in between games and stuff.
Cool. You have the banner for that?
Yeah, yeah. It's the same one that I used last time, yeah.
Cool. I genuinely don't remember last time.
Here, I'll put it on stream just for a second. But NLBC with the Smash GG link, and then I also have the stuff as a command in the stream chat as well, I believe.
Fantastic.
Something like this. Yeah.
Nice.
Should probably take off the Nightbot timer as well.
Yeah. Don't want people thinking they can get in on the first to 10. That would be awkward.
Wonder if maybe I should put the open stuff up on YouTube as well. I don't know.
Might be fun. Stream looks really good though.
Way. Ever since Luxium stopped uploading, there's basically no longer long set stuff on YouTube. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.